V'hinei inyan chatzos Layla. Now the concept of the middle of the night. Vichlek Aleph, Parshas Lech, Daf Tarik Beis, Sof Amud Beis, Shamalchus Hanikra Layla, Yonek Esme Beis, Bechinos. That is that. What's the middle of the night? That night is nurturing from two sides, from two concepts. Hainudin v'chesed, and that is judgment and kindness. Judgment in the first part of the night and kindness for the last part. Kibinyan malchus mehagvuros, because the building of malchus is from the strictnesses. Kamoshikazu bilkutei Torah, dibur hamaschil tiku b'chodesh, tirush hasheni. Binyan betchila ala b'machshava livro es ha'olam b'midas hadin chulu, like it's brought in Likutei Torah tiku, concerning that how first he wanted to create the world with the attribute of judgment. And then you have to have the attribute of kindness, like the idea of that he added in the attribute of mercy. Parshas Lech Daf Pei Zayin Amud Aleph al Pasuk Malkim Tzedek Melech Shalem. Ubebiurei Azor Sham Vayin Mashikazu Bebiurei Azor Parshas Shoftim Al Hamayim Sham Daf Ayin Reish Hey Aleph Binyan Al Pasuk Shnaim Al Pi Shnaim Edim Yakum Davar. Look what's brought about the idea and Biurei Azor Shoftim about how you have to have two witnesses to establish the thing. Tainu Chesed V'Gvura Hanim Shachim Ma'adas, that is kindness and strictness that are drawn from the Das. Zeu Inyan Chatzos Layla. And that's the concept of the middle of the night. That the first part of the night gets a nurturance from the strictnesses. And then the second half, you get a nurturance from the concept of kindness, like the chutz shel chesed. I'm is Bezoar Parshas Bo Daf Lamed Zayin Amud Beis. Vaynu Kemoshikosov Daf Lamed Ches Amud Beis. Leil Adelo Kabilas Tachar Chulu, that nighttime until she receives the masculine. Beshaita Dis Chaber Ima Dachar, when and the time when the masculine unites with her. Siv Hu Halayla Hazeh Chulu, it says that this is this night. So the nighttime changes from Hu to Zeh, or something like that. Vayin Mashikos Mizeh B'dibur HaMaschil L'Reich Shemanecha. And that's the concept of the middle of the night. It says so. It says, I'll get up to praise you. So to have the judgments of your righteousness, or justices of your righteousness. That you'll have the judgments to Egypt through the attribute of judgment. And charity to Israel, that was specifically in the middle of the night, that had the two types of attributes, din and chesed, that's when it has these two attributes of kindness and strictness, like the idea of clear and red, that's clear to me, and red to Egypt. And this concept is drawn from Das, that includes both the kindness and the strictness. That's why it is drawn from it, these two concepts of kindness and strictness. Mamer Hazor Chele Gimel Vayischanan Daf Reish Samech Beis Gabe U'Mimeshichusa Demochai La Sesima De'atika Kadisha. That in the Siddur Shar Tefillin brings from the Zohar Vayischanan concerning the statement of, and from the drawing down of the supernal mocha, supernal brain, sesima, this hidden brain, the atika of Atik, the atika kadisha of the holy Atik, from drawing down from the supernal, hidden, holy Atik of the brain. This mashir bahahuzah, to draw that into Zeranpin, ishtak chudalid mochi, you'll find 4 brains, 4 minds. Hainu shemitchila nimshach bo gimel mochin chabad. That is, at first is drawn down the three minds, Chabad, V'zeu shin shel gimel rashim, and that's the shin that has three heads on the tefillin. Achar kach al yedei or mamochas tima, and then by drawing down a light from the hidden mind of chachma of keser shenimshach bo, that's drawn into it. Mischalek hadas lebeis mochin, then das is divided into two minds, chesed v'gvura, of kindness and strictness, v'naseh daled mochin, and becomes four minds, v'zeu shin shel daled rashin, and that's the shin on the tefillin that has the four heads. Nimsa av shebetchila hadas kol bo chesed v'gvura, so it's found then that even though that das includes in it kindness and strictness together at first, yachad achen zeh sheyischalek lebeis b'chinos chesed v'gvura mamosh. So, but this, that it should divide into kindness and strictness truly, that's through a light that's higher from the hidden wisdom. For example, when you want to give over some intellect to someone else, you need to divide it into parts, like it's brought in Tanya concerning the idea of the heavens that are called shachakim, they're netzach and hod, that they grind the mun for the tzaddikim, meaning to say sustenance. It's ground, it's divided into parts in order to give that sustenance. That netzach and hod are the preparation for the hashpah of yisod ulchein ish adam sha'af al pi shemevin haseichel b'fnei atzmo. Therefore, you have people who, even though if they understand some intellect for themselves, lo yochel hashpia lezulaso, they are unable to give it over to someone else. Ki lo yochel hachalku lechalakim ulal bisho b'mashalim, that because they're not able to divide it into parts and to enclose it into allegories, kim lomar lo k'moshehu, but are only able to say it as it is. And the receiver will not understand this. And there's a man whose intellect is greater. Then someone else is able to they're able to give it over to someone else and divide it into parts. Look what's brought in Likutei Torah concerning how you have a new nihi that comes from keser, because yerchea of bina mitzananos, and you have the aliyah of za into ima that leaves nihi of za, so to speak, open, and you draw down a new nihi from keser that is marking downwards to create the new nihi when building parts of Zah for Yichud. Because through the lifting up of the exaltedness to dwell down, to dwell on high, through this it goes down to lower itself to see, so to speak. And similarly, even though das includes kindness and strictness, nonetheless, the flow of kindness and strictness does not come out yet. It's only das. But this, that it divides into kindness and strictness, mamosh. In order to have revelation and kindness and charity to Israel, and judgment and justice to Egypt. That's in order. That's when you divide the flow into parts. And that's because the flow needs to come from a higher place, and that is from the hidden wisdom. Like we said, and similarly, you can understand the concept of the middle of the night. Chatzos, Layla. That the nighttime should be divided into two parts. Gevura v'chesed, strictness and kindness, lihiyos mishpatei tzidkecha, in order to have the judgments of your righteousness, those two concepts, so alidei ha'ara elyona, that comes from a higher revelation, dugmas yischalkus mo chadas lechesed v'gvura, similar to the division of the mind of knowledge into two parts of kindness and strictness, alidei moras nima, through the hidden wisdom. V'kach ha'ara lamalchus b'chatos Layla, and similarly the glimmer to Malchus in the middle of the night to make her a vessel. And is drawn to her from the hidden wisdom and from the head that's not known. The Pnimius HaKeseh, כמו שכתוב במקדש מלך ריש פרשס צו. And that's also the concept of man knew Chava, to unite with her, Shemashpia ba mebechinas das, to give her flow from the concept of das, Shemishalek lechesed v'gvura, which divides into kindness and strictness, lihiyos mleya haaretz, in order to fill the earth. That the concept of Adam and Chava having children is in order to fill the earth, like the bracha of Hashem, milu haaretz v'chiv shua. So the concept of knowledge is in order to fill the earth, and meaning to divide into parts and give children that fill the earth. Shu malchus, and anyways, the concept of filling the earth is the concept of malchus. So to fill the earth is to give flow to malchus. Dea esavaya, to have knowledge of Hashem. Mleya ha'artz dea savaya, kamayim liya mechasim. So that's the pasuk he's darish here. That you fill the aretz, the malchus, with the das from Havaya. V'hini mevor b'makom acher b'bial pasuk v'yakel Moshe kol hadas. Now it's brought in another place. From the verse that Moshe gathered all of the congregation, but it uses the word adas, alidei hadas. Yet through the concept of adas, which is the same letters as das, mishalek, lebeis bechinos chesed v'gvura, it's divided into two concepts of kindness and strictness. Yeshei chasadim v'gvuros, and you have 5 kindnesses and 5 strictnesses. Zeu inyan eda, that's the concept of a congregation. Vein eda b'chusam asara, and you don't have a congregation that's less than 10. So das becomes eda, which is included of chesed and gvura. Hainu hei chasadim v'hei gvuros. That's the 5 kindnesses and 5 strictnesses. V'zeu badas chadarim yimola'u, and that's why it says with das you'll fill the rooms. And through this afterwards you have the division into myriads of myriads. Bechinos, rivurevavu bechinos, hainu aidi osios adibur shemekabli meheg vuros minatzpach, and that is to the letters of speech that receive from the 5 strictnesses of the letters of the final letters, minatzpach shemafridi makal, that divide the voice. V'nimtza b'kol v'dibur yeshei chasadim v'hei gvuros. So it's found then that in the voice and speech there's 5 kindnesses and 5 strictnesses. And through this it's divided. That brings the division of myriads of angels and so forth. Because in Layla, and all of this is drawn through the concept of the middle of the night. That's the concept of division into 2 concepts of kindness and strictness. That through this draws down the flow below, through the supernal speech. And that's why it says, when is Havaya great? When he is in the city of Elokeinu, which refers to the many combinations of letters. So drawing down the Hechasadim and Hegvuros into Malchus is like drawing down the Manatzpach, the 5 parts of the mouth that divide the speech into the many different combinations of letters of speech of Malchus. ומזה נמשך kam kein lihios mishpatei tzidkecha mishpat tzedakah, and through this you also draw down to have these two concepts of justice and righteousness. And therefore, the middle of the night I get up to praise you all zeh about this. Even though that he is the one that descends down to see, to give recompense to each man according to his acts. And that's the concept of the division of the kindness and the strictness. And that is through him being exalted to said, drawing down from Muchastima and so forth, from the higher, and that's specifically to praise you, meaning to say, I got up in the middle of the night to praise you, specifically, meaning the higher levels, that by reaching up to Keser, you draw down the division below. Kitzer, Parshas, Layla, so we explain the concept of the middle of the night, Beis Chatzayim, which are two halves. Al derech Shiur nekes mi beis bechinos chesed v'gevura, and that is like the concept of getting nurturance from the two sides of kindness and strictness. Melech Shalem, that's the concept of the king that's complete, I guess, because he's getting both sides. That's the reference you mentioned before about Malki Tzedek Melech Shalem. Hutzi Lechem the Yain, which I guess are the two sides. That Ira Shalem is complete. Layla, and you have Leil and you have Layla, which is Adelo Kabila Stocha, but he doesn't actually mention Leil and Layla like it, but he references the Zohar, that it's called Leil until she receives the masculine, then it's called Layla, that has both ideas. Tzach v'Adam, and we said that word Tzach and Mitzrayim is Adam, so you have the kindness and the strictness, like we said, Mishpatei Tzidkecha. That's the Mishpat for Mitzrayim and Tzedakah for us. Al derech shadas mizchalek lechesed v'gvura, and this is like das that's divided into kindness and strictness. Shezeh nimshach me'mochas tima hamagvi amashpili, that's drawn from the hidden wisdom, which because of the exaltedness, you have the going down to divide. Lasos akli b'chatzos, to make her a vessel in the middle of the night. Nimshach me'mochas tima, it's drawn from the hidden wisdom. Ada, which we said is like the concept of Kol hadas b'nei Israel, that the das becomes the Ada, the congregation, which is Hei chasadim v'hei gvuros, which is 10 people, or that correspond with the 5 kindnesses and 5 strictnesses. Nimshach b'kol v'dibor, it's drawn into voice and speech. And through this you have myriads and myriads of division. Elokeinu, which is the city of our Elokeinu, the speech which is the concept of the words of speech. Hadar Malchuso, which is the beauty of his kingship.